Guys, just done sprint planning for the week?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I don't know. There's some stuff on Switch I need to sort out. So Hexseed Year 3 on Switch, I need sorting out, and I want to make Start on Loop on Switch as well. Is that...
Yeah, sure.
I'll make it on the spot.
Yeah, well, for me, it'll be a bit different this week. For the first time in a while, I'll be working on Skystead, so I'll be doing some creature modelling. I think I'll be doing the corgi this week, and hopefully, if things go well, we'll start the cats as well.
Yeah, cool. For me, mostly DLC stuff, so we want the Skystead DLC sort of backer rewards ready, so we're on Hexseed for that, and a bit of the Wooloop Science DLC as well, because that's coming up next week as well. So, yes, balance between those two.
Yeah, woo. We've got a new starter as well, yay.
Okay, so pretty fun morning so far. Essentially the criteria for this week is to get the corgi pet done, or at least close done as possible. And I'm essentially starting off with a new sort of technique that I haven't really used before for modelling the creatures. Usually I would essentially start with a sphere and build out the forms until I get close enough to the creature, and then I'll go in and make the final tweaks. However, that can mean sometimes I'll lose track of neat topology. So this time I'm going in and essentially box modelling the whole thing, which is definitely a challenge. It's more challenging than the way I usually do it, but this way it means I can keep track of the polys and make sure the poly count's really nice, and it also means that I can add polys in specific areas with a bit more precision. So if I want more polys in the legs for animating, I can do that without having to worry about it adding too many polys to the overall mesh. So overall, it's getting there. Kind of looks like a box right now. I've only just started, so I'm going to go in now, work more on the head, and especially this front part here, as this is where his big furry mane will be going with his little bandana. So definitely a lot more progress to make, but overall, we're getting there.
Okay, pretty exciting day for us today. We've had Laura, her first day. It's just been a short day for her, and we didn't want to stress her out with any of the devlog stuff, so we'll be getting updates from her later in the week, I'm sure. And yeah, it should be good. And we've also had like a volunteer that we've been talking to as well, so next week we might have like 5 people in the office, which will be mental. But yeah, it's just been really good. We've set up the DIY box things and the PC and stuff. Had to reset it all because it was Lee's old PC. Her PC hasn't arrived yet. But you still don't know when it will be, but sure, we'll get there when we come to it. Cross that bridge when we come to it. And yeah, it's just been fun sorting it out.
Okay, so I did manage to get the corgi mesh done, and it's looking really good. Overall, I'm actually really pleased and happy how this came out. As I said yesterday, I did use a different modelling technique. It was essentially just using box modelling strictly throughout the whole model, and then adding subdivides where I want them. So I've got a lot more control over the mesh, and overall, I'm really happy with it. And yesterday, I also did manage to start a bit of texturing as well. These aren't the colours, obviously, but I did apply some ID maps to the texture, so this essentially allows Substance Painter, we have Substance Painter now, which is really cool, I'll mention that in a second. This allows Substance Painter to essentially identify body parts of the mesh. So, like I said, Rob was kind enough to get me and Laura Substance Painter, so we can do a bit more of enhanced texturing, and so far, it is going really well. Substance Painter is so much more easier to use than the Blender Texture Painter, and it allows me to work a bit more efficiently too. So in Blender, I couldn't essentially use layers. I had to draw everything on the same layer, which could be very problematic and it's very destructive. There is a way to do layers with nodes in Blender, but I don't know how to do that. So in Substance Painter, it's a lot easier. As you can see, we've done a lot of texturing already, and this hasn't taken too long. I've only been working on it this morning, and overall, it's coming out pretty well. I want to do the inside of the mouth, I want to do some patterns on the back, but like I said, I can add layers, which is really nice. So as you can see here, this is sort of like my detailed pass of the body. So I've got the sort of fur under there, the fur pattern, a bit of shadowing under the mane here, and I've got the base colour. So overall, it's coming out really well.
Okay, yeah, so for me today, I've just been all over the place. I feel like I've done like 100 small tasks. But a big part of my day has been sorting out the Skystead Ranch DLC for the various games, because we're hoping to release that later this week. So I've been working on the implementation to actually get it working. So the way we're doing it is we're making a unique DLC for each of the free games, 3 games. So if you search for Skystead, yeah, there it is. So Skystead Ranch Backer Pack, and for Colour and Pixels, we've got one for Hexseed and Wooloop as well. And essentially, if you don't have this installed, then this book just won't be visible at all. So it's completely hidden from everyone else. But if you do have it, it should appear in the list, and you should just be able to play it. but it's just taken a little bit of implementation to get that working, and I've requested keys to actually disperse to the backers as well. So we've requested like 400 keys or something like that, which I think is about enough. And yeah, should be good. Hopefully it all works. It does need a bit of QA testing though.
We just posted a Kickstarter update for Skystead Ranch. It's all the sort of just update on the news, what we've been doing. If you're watching the vlogs, you're already sort of in the loop, but it's just going over the changes to the team, how we're readdressing all of the assets that we already created, and all the new stuff, so all the DLCs we're making, as well as the progress on the wooden pins, and now the pet asset as well, that Jack and Laura are making a start on. So all the news is being shared with the Kickstarter community, just again being completely open and transparent with all our backers as well. But yeah, on the same topic of the Kickstarter stuff, I'm back onto Hexseed over here and just making more of the levels that will be part of the exclusive DLC. So primarily it's been another day of making Hexseed levels for the Skystead Ranch exclusive DLC. Getting there, made a decent bit of progress, but I did just have to take a good 30-40 minute break from that because we had a call with the publisher. You can see there on the camera, got the webcam plugged in again over here. But yeah, other than that, it's just going back to making more levels. Core was pretty promising. We just got some more decisions and more conversations to make.
Okay, so a bit of an odd day for me today. One that's been coming for the past like two or 3 weeks. We've been hoping to do this at the start of January, but it's the 18th now. But yeah, Hexseed on Switch, so we're adding year 3 to the Switch build, which just means we need to get a patch ready and submit to lot check for Nintendo. It seems to be pretty much there. It's just a matter of setting up a bunch of config and things like that. So this is a build that's actually like working and fine. And the DLC that we've got are hidden because the release dates are set for in the future, and they only become visible in the I think 2 weeks leading up to the launch. But yeah, it all seems to be going quite well, so hopefully, and fingers crossed, I'll be able to have this done for today.
So it's another day of getting through these Hexseed levels. I managed to get 2 more cards put across here. So we have 20 levels left, not including the milestones. I'm going to take a little break from doing the smaller levels. I've just put together this large milestone for Shelly. As you've noticed still there on the Trello board, all the milestones are meant to be in the shape of a creature from Skystead Ranch. I think I've done an alright job, but yeah, I'm going to make this level now. Should take a little while just due to the sheer size of it, but yeah, get this done and then move on to the next one.
Okay, so it's been a pretty productive day. I've been working on the Corgi pretty much all day, getting the animations done. I did do a lot of rigging yesterday, but I managed to get it done pretty promptly. And overall, it's worked out quite well. The rigs definitely held together for a lot of the animations. Definitely the ones that I'm proud of the most is the special animation, which I'm quite happy with, which I just finished. There's a little dog shake, kind of getting the water off him, or just, having a bit of fun. And the happy animation I think I did as well, which I was really happy with. There we go. Really happy with that one. Definitely conveys a lot of Corgi energy. It's definitely took up the bulk of the day though, so I'm going to take a little break. And I've got one more animation to go, which is running, so that one's going to be tough. So I'm going to move on and do some QA testing for Loop.
Okay, so it's been a pretty hectic day for me today. I've just been all over the place trying to help out Lee with the 3 DLCs that we're hoping to drop for our Kickstarter backers today. Just running a quick pass of the auto test all scene. You can see it's going through the milestone levels here. Kim's been testing them out, and we've got the Wooloo build ready to go. That's all sent off. We're about there with Hexseed now. Just a final bit of QA that needs to go on, and I think Lee is just doing some final QA on coloring pixels as well. So pretty much there.
Okay, so as you can see, it has been a pretty busy day. I managed to get the cat modelled pretty quickly. It took a few iterations as the guys had some feedback, as well as Laura, but it definitely looks a lot better now. And like I said, I've started the texturing process. And it's getting there. It took me a little bit of time to get the texture set up, and there was a bit of problems with some the banding in the gradient, but Laura gave me some advice and I was able to figure it out. So yeah, overall it's looking pretty good. I've just got the base colours done now, so I'm going to go in and start adding some details to the body and the head and see how that comes out.
Okay, so yeah, a bit of a later shift today. I've been going over the Skystead Ranch DLC stuff. So first off, Hexseed was done earlier. Those levels are done, they're being playtested now, but it took a little longer than expected. But now it's just a case of finishing up on the color and pixel side of things. So what I've gone and done is I have finished up the QA testing for all of the Skystead Ranch levels that Jack done. I think it was like last month, quite a while ago they were done now. But yeah, all the levels have been QA tested, some very minor changes here and there. And the main thing you see now is the re-import with all the levels in the correct order, which is size order from smallest to largest.
Guys, it's the weekend. Woo! Laura's got a cold, so she's been working from home for a bunch of the week. But yeah, we'll hopefully see her next week a bit more. But what's going on? Do the thing.
Yeah, so as this video coming out, the science DLC for Woloop will be out, so make sure to check it out. Still a lot of work to do on our side here, but this is the future for the video, so it'll be out and ready. As well as that, the Lunar New Year book is being voted on by the patrons for the Corner Pixels DLC. Starts coming out next month, just before Lunar New Year as well, so make sure you check that out.
Cool. Yeah. Well, thank you for all. I was going to say, I feel like I had to say something. Thank you to all our, I was going to say subscribers, our Patreon members, our. I've lost track of what I was going to say. It's all been.
You're
all
Jack.
Gone. Hold on.
You're okay.
Hold on. How many is there?
Friday afternoon,
Discord,
innit?
Patreon.
Anyway.
And